Tonev at this point in time has been charged by the SFA to at least talk to them about what has happened with
Okay,
him.
well, he's not been charged. He's been called up to
Well,
speak about it.
charged or sanctioned, not sanctioned, but charged with having to come talk to the FSA. I think FSA. Listen to me, the SFA.
Okay. Right, let's do our jog on Yaldi's.
Here you go. My first one is this: jog on or Yaldi. Here it is. The denier saying or Denier saying that we can make a Europa final.
Stupid move, to be honest with you. But it's just, I can understand what he's saying. You know, he's got this idea that we've got a good enough squad to get to the final, blah, blah, blah. If we've been kicked out of Europe, you've got to think that. But no, the chances are chances are UEFA Cup will be won by the teams that finish third in the Champions League, to be quite honest with you. So, no, it's a stupid thing to say, and I know he's trying to make excitement about basically hype the Europa League for the fans, but I don't think it really helps, to be honest with you, so that can jog on.
There you go.
Okay, Griffiths to Hibs.
Oh, see, see. Why did you ask me that? I was going to ask you that one because
Right.
I know you're his boy.
Well, here's the thing, right? Do you think, right, we've got Stokes and Griffiths. Do you think we could like put them both out on loan until their hair grows in? Have we got an official update on the hair? I mean,
Hey, let's do that, let's do that, and then we'll do this. The first one who has their hair growing the most completely is the one we take back.
oh, seriously, see the day, right? I think Stokes shot out of a header at one point, and I was like, is he worried he's going to fuck up his hair transplant? You know what I mean? Yeah, just like it's like one of those fucking things you buy like on holiday in Spain, where you probably wouldn't appreciate this, where it's like some little model that's like a little gnome or something, where you sprinkle water on it and it grows hair, but the hair is actually grass that comes out of its head.
Yeah, Chia Pet.
Yeah, whatever, you know. So whoever gets whoever can get into a ponytail first, we'll take back to the club. But no, I don't know, man. Griffiths to Hibs. Is this the Fenianisation of the First Division? Do you think that we made jokes that Lawwell will punt him down there to make sure Sevco stay down as the unseen Fenian hand came out to to sabotage the Sevco?
I don't see it. I don't see him going. I don't see him going anywhere because the issue that you have right now is that you have two strikers, three strikers, and he's the fourth. You can't send him anywhere.
Also, here's something. Regards emergency loan. I thought emergency loan only pertained to goalkeepers.
Well, you ready? Jog on or Yaldi that if Lawwell wanted him to go, Lawwell would sanction it through the SFA.
Well, obviously he does control the SFA and all of Scottish culture, but and UEFA and FIFA. But no, right. I tell you what, right? I'd be really pissed off, right? Where if I was in a league and the other team were missing a striker and got an emergency loan in for a striker, and you're like, hold on, play a midfield player as a striker. Oh, it doesn't like if you lose a goalkeeper, right? You don't actually have any goalkeepers for the next 6 months. Then your team is going to be fucked, right? So I can understand being like, right, you can get an emergency loan and a goalie. An emergency loan and a striker, it's kind of like, you just have to play someone out of position for a wee bit until you get someone fit back. Don't understand the word emergency in that at all. So it's a jog on for me. Actually, no, it's a jog on for fairness. However, I think a Yaldi to just go and see Griffiths rip Sevco a new arsehole in the first division, to be honest with you. What about you?
He's not going anywhere. I don't see it.
Can't see
I
it
think
happening.
it's a jog on.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
see
probably a
it.
jog on. Alright, on you go. Right, next up.
Next up, here you go. Darren O'D looking for a place to play. Jog on or Yaldi, him coming back to Celtic.
Well, Darren O'Day played in Toronto, so I have seen Darren O'Day playing left back for Toronto FC, and don't know if he looked that great, but Major League Soccer is pretty appalling, to be honest with you. So he
The
looked.
question is he better than?
I think he's much of a muchness, to be honest with you.
Because my next one is this one. All of a sudden, jog on or Yaldi, do we look thin in our back 4 or 5?
Not really.
Oh,
Not really.
really?
Not really,
Yeah, I say thin.
considering right, we've got Effie Ambrose playing right back, and we've established that he's the fourth string right back. If you've got four people that can play right back, then you're in an okay situation. I think at left back you've got Izzy and Mulgrew. That's about it. So yeah, I'd have a new left back. But you talk in centre halves, you've got Van Dijk, Denier, Mulgrew, Ambrose. Don't particularly need
And Callum Water.
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't particularly need O'Day at the club, especially when we've got these young guys. Give them a game. Bring someone else in. Let them have a go. So yeah, O'Day's had. I'm going to say I'm going to say it right now. O'Day's had his go at Celtic. So you've had your day. You weren't good enough, and we wish you the best of luck. You can come and train at the club because you're a Celtic man, and that's fine. But no, we're not giving you a contract to come and play again. No, second jog on.
There you go.
Right, jog on or Yaldi. Everyone in North America's Celtic TV feed going down except for yours because you're Peter
That's it.
Lillard's pal.
Yaldi.
That's a fucking jog on. How did you arrange that? Have you got like a hard line or something? Did he put that in when you were getting your heated driveway put in?
It's something I negotiated with PL when last time I was there.
Right, jog on.
All right, you ready?
Right.
Jog on or Yaldi. I read this the other day. Niall McGinn being linked back with Celtic.
That can jog right on. Jog on. I made jokes about his restaurant where I said that it must be great for the first 20 minutes, then just fucking tail away. But I think that's Niall McGinn in a nutshell. Is that whole thing of like guys where like someone on Celtic Underground, Harry Brady on Celtic Underground said that it's like when we were linked to McFadden, we had Maloney, and Maloney was sitting behind Larsson, Sutton, and Hartson. And you think to yourself, why did we not buy McFadden because he was scoring goals at Motherwell? But just be told, Sean Maloney would probably be scoring goals at Motherwell as well. I think we undervalue our youth squad where if we put some of our youth players on loan within Scotland, within the SPL, I think that's where we should loan our players and not loan them to English League One clubs because it's too hard to keep track of them, etc. And also, it's a different talent base, so harder to judge their development. If we put, say, who have we got? If say Tony Watt, obviously he's in Belgium now, scoring a couple of goals. If we put Tony Watt on loan to Dundee United or Aberdeen this year, I reckon he'd have been banging in the goals. I think that if you put Lee Griffiths on loan to any team in SPL, he'll bang in the goals and look very, very good. And I think if you put, who else have we got? I think if you put Liam Henderson out there, I think he'd look pretty good as well. And so we're all, like, you get a lot of players at like Dundee United, like Gary Mackay-Stevens, where we're like, oh, we should buy him, but I don't know, maybe he's probably just had more a chance to develop than the players that we have at Celtic. So I think we should put more of our players on loan, and I think we should put them on loan in Scotland. So Niall McGinn coming back to Celtic, absolutely jog on, no place for him whatsoever.
You think so?
No place for him.
Okay.
Right, I think I've ran out of. I didn't have many this week, so you can have.
Oh, I've got a couple more. I've got a couple good ones. You ready?
Right.
Next one is Jog on or Yaldi, Celtic sports science staff and dietary staff taking chips and soda out of the training room.
That's Yaldi. I think it's fucking stupid having that shit there. These guys, look at the Germans. Look how serious they took it and all that. I mean, just absolutely. You're professional athletes. You should be taking real good care of yourself. Like, I don't even like seeing players out drinking. So no, chips and iron brew have got absolutely no place in an athlete's body. So
it's Lenny's comment the other day. I know we talked about this a little bit earlier, but he did say this. He goes, we didn't stop, John Hartson from doing it. And he carried a few extra pounds, and he played really, really well. In fact, that gave him a little extra oomph running around the pitch.
Nah, I think that John Hartson was a big physical lad who was probably carrying a little bit too much weight towards the end of his career. His career would have went on a little bit longer if he'd lost a little bit of weight, but I don't think he'd have lost much strength out of it. You should be aiming to build lean muscle mass rather than developing fat. There's absolutely no place for fat on the body of an athlete. However, I did hear a story where this is contrary to the opinion of most people of Henrik Larsson, where I knew the masseuse at Celtic, and he told this story where for pretty much every day of a game, Larsson would eat a Big Mac, and it had to be a Big Mac. And they were on a bus coming back for Dundee United or Aberdeen one time, and on the team bus they had like a little bit of catering and all that, and they go, Larsson went up the back of the bus and goes, "Give us a bag of crisps. Want to eat a bag of crisps?" And the catering guy goes, "Sorry, Henrik, I've been told that we're not allowed to give you crisps anymore. And apparently, the only time Henrik Larsson ever spat the dummy and went nuts was that. He went nuts and started shouting and screaming, being like, I'm a professional athlete. I know what I put in my body. I can dietise myself and all that. This is absolutely ridiculous. Give me a pack of crisps. And he went in a big fucking huffy fit because he didn't get a bag of crisps. So if you're a bit Henrik Larsson, make sure you have a packet of salt and vinegar McCoys on you to give to the big man. So yeah, big fan of the crisps or chips or chips as you say in North America.
We call potato chips versus a little different.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay, so here you go. Here's another one for you.
Aye.
We haven't gotten this one yet. Jargon or Yaldi, Green Brigade getting back into 1-1-1 today.
Yaldi, I don't want to see any Celtic supporter turned away from Celtic
Yaldi,
Park.
agreed.
But my only negativity that I ever have towards the Green Brigade is not them, it's everyone else, where it's kind of like they're singing, so I'll not bother. Well, how about you just sing as well and everyone sings? Because that's what I like doing at the club. And I remember my biggest disappointment as a Celtic fan ever was taking two friends from Philadelphia to a Celtic game against Motherwell on the 1st of January or 2nd of January, whenever it was, the other year. And we sat above the Green Brigade because I thought that would be a good place to sing and get involved with chants. And we had two friends from Philadelphia, but we actually had a group of about 8 or 9 of us all together. And back in the day, 8 or 9 is enough to start a song and all that. But because we were beside the Green Brigade, we had to kind of we couldn't sing over the top of them to start a song. So it's quite difficult, and it's also kind of hard to join in with them if you're not sitting in their section. It does obviously create an atmosphere, but it kind of creates their atmosphere where it's kind of hard for other people to get involved sometimes, But no, I'm happy to see them back. So
I'm glad I'm back too. Yes,
yeah, good for them. And
I want them back because you know what, they're fans too.
Yeah, no, fuck anything to do with politics. I don't want to see any Celtic fan getting turned away from Celtic Park. And
I agree.
I mean, if I was living in Glasgow just now, the concept of me being told that I wasn't allowed to come to a game was fucking shit. So fuck that. No.
Okay, you ready? My last one. I have two more. Last one. Second last one is this one. The article that talked about Scott Brown is wasting his talent like McStay while he stays at Celtic.
I think there's two problems with that. Trying to create a link between McStay and Brown is pretty fucking loose, to be honest with you. I think that's a bit stupid. Secondly, saying the concept that either of them wasted their talent at Celtic is ridiculous as well, because I'd rather be an icon at Celtic than go and play for some shit English team and win nothing with them either. So
ask Gary Hooper.
Yeah, I think both of them made the right choice of being at Celtic Park. So that's a retarded statement on two levels.
Complete jog on.
Complete jog on. Yep.
Okay. Now the last one I have for you is this. This I've been saving this one for you, knowing that you're newly into your relationship status with some extremely hot French Canadian chick.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just using the terms you've used. Okay. So eventually, young Paulie D will end up getting married, and at that point in time, there will have to be some type of stag party somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Jagon or Yaldi, and it's going to be two-part: Jagon or Yaldi, and then one other question: Jagon or Yaldi. The picture that was tweeted today of a stag party where everyone dressed up as Vincent Tan of Cardiff. Okay.
Did they? That's brilliant.
Okay,
you got to show me this picture at some point. I
tweeted. I retweeted it. It was absolutely hilarious. It's part of Football Funnies. So here's the thing. Okay, so I'm assuming that you're going to get married soon. So much so that you and I used to chat a little bit, but now you don't chat as much. We don't chat as much. Not that I.
Oh, what am I getting the male guilt trip here?
I'm just saying. So. Because I text you, he's like, I can't go. My bird's here. I got to go. I'm like, oh, well, okay. But my question is, let's say you get married soon. I mean,
okay.
If we were to pull this thing together, like the Cardiff City fans did, all dressed up as Tam.
Right.
If we did a stag in Montreal.
Oh wait, we can't. Well, Montreal is obviously very famous. If you don't know, If you're outside of Canada and America, Montreal is very famous for stag nights in North America. But we can't do it in Montreal because that's where my girlfriend's from. Oh,
so she would know all the strip clubs.
Yeah, so let's do it in Atlantic City. instead. All right.
Ooh, Atlantic City. Okay, okay. So who would you want us to all